Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Pulse Sports Pregame. My name is Mark Kinyanjui or Kinyawai.
Ukiwa na Evans Osuru ukipenda ambassador wa Chelsea mwenyewe.
Ukiwa na Brian Adera aka the silent assassin.
And today is all about Manchester United against Arsenal. Now, of course, both teams come into this game on very contrasting runs of form. Arsenal, right now we are on cloud 9. I mean, we beat PSV by 7-1, but we won't talk about another team that is relegation, that are relegation candidates in March. And one of the guests over here today will tell us everything about it. Now, heading into the game, Brian, what are your thoughts heading into this game? Because me, I think it's going to be a very easy win for us, especially off the back of beating PSV by 7-1. When was the last time you beat a team by 7-1? In fact, we will beat you 8-2 to revenge.
I thank God you also remember the 8-2. It's still fresh. It's a fresh wound to you. So for me, going forward, looking at the game that will be happening on Sunday, I'm more of an optimist, meaning that I think Amorim will have his charges right. Will have his tactics right. Will also have the mindset to push the players. Plus, there's one thing I've always known about Man United is when it comes to the game day and it's a big game, we'll never let Arsenal win. If it's that bad, heri tupange basi. Heri tupange basi.
But you see, the last time we played against you guys at Old Trafford, we actually ended up winning. I understand for some reason, when it comes to Man United, for some reason, you'll see Luke Shaw, who has not been fit all season, but when he's fit, all of a sudden he turns into Marcelo. Then Diogo Dalot all of a sudden turns into Cafu. Like, for some reason, you guys always turn up against us. But I think both teams have nothing really to play for at this point of the season because right now the league is gone for Arsenal. I mean, there is no way we are coming back from this. And Man United, you're in a situation where you're trying to avoid relegation. You are relegation candidates. Evans, what do you make of the situation?
Maybe to start with, I think the match, the way you just put it, the match has got a lot of significance from relegation threatened Manchester United, because you look at where they are currently on the standings, and it means that they head into the match with the hope of trying to beat over the 14th position they are currently on the log. Looking at what is on offer on both sides come Sunday, I believe Arsenal have got their upper hand, considering that in as much as they've been off the hook and off color in the last couple of matches, the 7-1 win against PSV and Hoven in the Champions League in midweek will be a welcome boost ahead of the crucial match. But my biggest worry is, as much as we've seen Arsenal blow hot and cold this season, will they turn up for the match? Because Manchester United tend to prove critics wrong when it comes up against big teams. I watched Manchester play against City just 2 months ago, and just from the Blues, they got maximum points coming from behind. They played against Chelsea. Chelsea were enjoying the form of their lives, but it ended up 1-1 draw. So it remains to be seen whether Manchester United will continue with the same trend or what next for them.
Because for me, heading into this game, of course, me being an Arsenal fan, I was already starting to get out of sorts with the team. I was beginning to get tired of the team. And right now, where we are, we're in a situation where we are only putting all our eggs into the Champions League basket, because the reality of the matter is, I know the team will probably finish in top 4, but we've not been playing like title challengers all season. Let me just be honest, and let me take biasness aside. We've not been playing like title challengers all season. Our football has been very predictable. The only way we are creating is by giving the ball to the right winger, that is Saka, who is injured, or now nwaneri, to whip in an in-swing cross to the back post for someone to try and head into the back of the net. Or we are only creating from corners, and mpaka tukaanza kuitwa Stoke City. I think purely based off that momentum from the PSV game, Arsenal will be going to Old Trafford full of confidence.
But I think you look at those are two different clashes. You are from a Champions League match and you won 7-1. So Arsenal have got like an extra day of rest heading into the Sunday encounter. But my biggest worry for Arsenal is how is Mikel Arteta going to set up his side? Because we've seen in not more than one occasion, Arteta tends to adjust to his tactical style, opting for a more defensive-minded approach in big matches. You look at how he set against Chelsea, how he set against Manchester City. Apart from the 5-1 win, the first leg, the 2-2 draw after the red card, it was typically a 60 minutes of parking the bus against Manchester City. So it all depends with how Arteta is going to set up his side. If you ask me, in my own opinion, this is the right time to play Manchester United. Manchester United are at their weakest.
But I think it might be difficult. I think Brian will agree because Arsenal always set up the same way. Like everyone knows the way Arsenal sets up the team. The wingers will hold the width. The number 8s will try and bomb forwards. There'll be a story of inverted wing backs. In this case, I think Calafiori is the one who will start, and then Jurrien Timber will play as a right back. So in that situation, like if you watch the FA Cup game, it was all about trying to deliver crosses, and it was making life so easy for Harry Maguire. And even Lisandro Martinez was winning headers of all people, given his small height. You get. So I think for me, heading to that game, I think Arsenal might have an edge, but only just, and that's purely because of Man United's woeful form. So I think that game might end 1-0 in favor of Arsenal. What do you think, Brian?
Okay, I want to rebuttal a few. Number one is this game might not end up as Arsenal winning. My prediction will be it will be a draw, give or take. Number two would be the fact that we will always rise to the occasion when it comes to Arsenal. There's that, as much as there's nothing to play for, there's that pride to play for. Like for Man United footballers right now, they're playing for the pride, they're playing for the badge right now. We're not looking at relegation because at the end of the day, if you look at the history of Man United, there's no way we are going to go to relegation. Kani ngumu sana, tutatuma M-Pesa. There's no way we are going to relegation. So that's a given. Now what are we going to do? We are going to play for the badge. The only way we're going to play for the badge is because we understand if Arsenal wins, we will not have peace in this town. So we are looking for peace also.
So for you, you're saying it's going to end in a draw, 0-0.
It's a draw, 1-1, 0-0. Still a draw for me. At the end of the day, Bora, it's a draw. I'll take it as a win for me.
What is your predicted lineup for the game?
My predicted lineup would be, for me, if the one guy I really think should be there was Zaxi. The rest can do what they want, but Zaxi should be there. I don't want to put a lot of things. I just want Zaxi to play. Plus, I want Amorim now to play the 4-4-2 that he really knows. Not the kupanga basi tumechoshwa. You see, once again the question would be, once we go down, like 1-0 down, what's the character? How do we now come back? Because most of the time we now leave it to Bruno Fernandes to carry the whole team.
Like against Fulham.
It's serious. It's not really that good. So you can't leave a whole club to one person. Bruno can't carry the whole team. Yeah, people, like a lot of people have to show up for me. And for me, I think this is the time where I would really think the young guys, this is the time they need to get it. Yeah.
Evans, what are your predictions as we wind up?
Before I make my predictions, allow me warn you. Allow me warn you first, because you cannot be playing for the badge and you languish at 14th position.
Yes.
You cannot be playing for the badge
100%.
and you've just garnered a meager 10 points in 3 months. In 3 matches.
44% win rate and Amorim.
That means on monthly basis you are just contented with 3 points or 3.5 thereabout. Heading into the match for me.
Can I just answer you one question?
Interject but politely.
Okay, I'm interjecting politely. Sina nguvu, sina sauti saizi. Skatai. But look at it this way. Anytime Man United and Arsenal play, the question is not usually about the standings. The question is about the pride. You see, we are going to play for the pride.
As much as it's about playing for the pride, you look at the sort of form you are in. Any team that comes against you, they think of they're just baying for your blood.
It is okay. Now I know Old Trafford is not a fortress right now. We are okay with that.
The only thing I can agree with you is relegation is not a surety for you.
It is not going
That
to
is why you are supposed to be gracing come next season. But under some unavoidable circumstances, maybe you might preserve your status. My prediction for that match, I think Arsenal have got an upper hand as much as they've also been not in so good position. Their form has been woeful a little bit, and now that they have dropped off the title contention and given Liverpool a run,
they've given Liverpool the cup.
A
free run to the title.
That's sad but true.
It's sad because it's not the first time Arsenal have been.
They usually bottle it. They usually bottle
It's
it.
not the first time. It's something we are used to.
Unasema nini wewe? You're 14th in the league.
No,
14th in the
but
league.
there's no way
You
you
beat
can-
us in the FA Cup that round only to be humiliated by Fulham bana. Unasema nini wewe bana?
Mark, here's a fact. One thing I know about Arsenal, you can bet your money, you can even take it to the bank. You guys can never win EPL with the squad that you have.
No, but right now we are injury ridden. So anyway, I don't want to use it as an excuse.
You can't use
wait. I don't want to use it as an excuse. But fact of the matter is, and I blame it partly on Mikel Arteta for his squad management, and that is where Slot has been at advantage because he knows how to manage his squad. He knows when players need rest and things like that. Arteta, even when a player is 70% fit, he'll still force him to play, and that's why Saka is out on a 6-month basis with a grade 3 hamstring injury. You get my point. But right now, for us, like I told you, that game, like you said, is about pride. And whoever gets that game, and whoever wins that game, at least gets his season back on track. And in this situation, because of Arsenal's momentum against PSV in the Champions League, I think the momentum is with Arsenal based off that feel-good factor. You get my point? But anyway, as we wind up.
And whoever wins that match gets his season back on track. Manchester have accumulated a total of 33 points. They are currently 14th on the log. Then winning takes their tally to 36. It doesn't really add up kwamba their season is getting back on track. Manchester need to go on a run of 5-6 matches now so that we can just entrust them with the title of back on track. But at the moment they are enjoying their recent slump.
So what's your prediction?
Arsenal have got a slight edge over United. If they are past 2-3 matches, the head-to-head starts is anything to go by. So I predict a slight win for Arsenal, maybe a 1-0 or 2-0, the way it happened in the first leg.
Anyway, guys, that is our thoughts on the game on Sunday. What do you think? Tuweke prediction hapo chini on the comment section below. As always, I've been yours, Mark Kinyanjui or Kinyawai.
Usuri Evans, ambassador wa Chelsea, now the only one in Kenya.
Mimi Brayo sinanga pressure mingi, tutawapiga.
Till tupatane next time matama.
Sukari upunguke.
Kuna kitu mnaweza niambia nyinyi.